Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it's just like a kitchen clean and decorate. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm also going to be doing a little bit about me. Okay, here is the current state of my kitchen. It is so rough, but we're gonna clean it and then we're going to redecorate everything. So here is how it is looking. Messy as, you know. So today's cleaning I just did on time speed. I think that's what it's called. Like the little setting on my phone. I'm not really sure. Just to make it a little bit easier on me for editing. This video surprisingly took me all day. As I get more familiar with editing and filming, hopefully I can get some better angles and better shots for you guys. But this is how it is today. And I also want to mention too, some of the decor shots, I was standing in the way and you can't see what I'm doing. So I apologize for that. It does show the after. And then another thing I wish I would have done in this video, which it's one of those things like you got to do it and then learn from your mistakes, is I wish I showed you what I was decorating with, like as I was decorating, but instead I just kind of was like throwing it up on the shelves how I normally decorate, not really thinking that I'm filming. So sorry about that. But one thing about me is I was born and raised in Ohio, and I currently live in a small town. My favorite food is Mexican food. Okay, so my sink is absolutely horrendous right now. I don't even know if you can hear me because my dishwasher and my washing machine is going on. But if you can't hear me, I will just do a voiceover. Anyway, so that's probably what I'll do. But I'm using Tide. I fill up the sink, and then I'm just going to scrub it all down with the Tide. And then I'm also going to use the same Tide to clean everything else in the kitchen. There is something about Tide, like the powdered Tide, when you're cleaning your kitchen. I don't know, it just smells good. It makes it feel squeaky clean. So I love to use that on like deep cleaning days, or like today it really needed a good wipe down, so that's why I chose to do the Tide. So some of my favorite hobbies include, they're not limited to, I have like so many hobbies that I love to do, but I love to read, plan in like a planner or a journal, decorate my home or other people's home. I love organizing. I also love redoing furniture. A little fun fact, almost every piece of furniture in my house is secondhand or I've redone it, and a lot of my furniture actually came from my Nana. When she passed away, I ended up getting most of her stuff, so it holds a lot of sentimental value, but I did not like that 90s vibe or early 2000 vibe, so I always put a little twist on everything. I do love oak, don't get me wrong. My kitchen is actually oak, and I do not plan on changing it. I want it to stay like the wood tone, the wood color or whatever. But I think the only piece of furniture that we have bought is our bed frame. Every other item has came secondhand or, you know, from my Nana's house. My favorite movie is Sweet Home Alabama. My favorite colors are turquoise, red, pink, and purple. And that's another thing. I love adding color to my home. I know everybody is like neutral, blah. I can never talk. But I do love neutrals though. It just sits different. So in my kitchen, I have colorfuls. I have the turquoise, red, and orange. And then in my living room, it's completely neutral. But then in my bedroom, it's colorful. So I just kind of balance it like room by room. And sometimes I'll be like, okay, let's have color in the living room. You know, it's your house. You do what you love and what makes you happy. With that being said, I go back and forth in this kitchen from wanting it to be like fully decorated, like how I'm going to show you how I'm going to decorate, or to be this minimal. Sometimes clutter just really overwhelms me, even though it doesn't seem like it's cluttered. But when my house gets messy, then it seems like it's clutter. So I love it when it's clean, if I could keep it clean every day, which I do, but it's still like, I wish the house would clean itself, right? So this is the clip I'm talking about when I am like blocking. I'm blocking most of this clip. You cannot see what I'm doing. So I'm so sorry. It really kind of makes me sad, but you live and you learn. Next time, I will make sure to get some better clips and footage, or whatever you want to call it. But I absolutely love how this space turned out. I actually didn't buy anything for this like redecorate video. I do want to get a new paper towel holder, but I don't know which one I want, so that's still being decided. But I pulled 5 totes, yes, 5 totes of decor from my shed to be able to decorate this video, or not this video, not, English is hard, okay? Words are hard. To decorate this video, I didn't buy anything. That's just what I was trying to say. I will be 30 years old on July 20th, so that makes me a Cancer. My kids are all 2 years apart, almost exactly. My older 2 are 2 years and 2 weeks, and my younger 2 are a year and 10 months. So I round up and say they're just 2 years apart. I also have a new health journey I eventually want to talk about whenever I'm ready. So I am gluten, dairy, and soy free. So yes, I really just eat vegetables, fruit, and meat. And I have been doing that now since July, the end of July. So it's been a full 6 months exactly of that. And so far I have lost 30 pounds. 30 pounds? I believe it was 30 pounds. But I've always been super small anyway, so that extra 30 pounds really, I struggled with it, honestly. And I just felt really bad. I have a thyroid disease, so I should be gluten-free anyway, and dairy-free. They recommend you be dairy-free too. So, but there's more into that too I will share at a later time. So I've been a stay-at-home mom for 6 years. Before I became a stay-at-home mom, I was a medical assistant, and I worked at the local hospital, which I loved that job, and I loved what I did there. I just hated the hours. I wish I could do like a 6-hour day, but that's just not doable in the medical field, at least in the doctor's office that I was working in. So then I decided to stay home. My husband is a diesel mechanic, and he has been for many years, and he's very good at what he does. I just want to like toot his little horn. He used to go to like diesel competitions, and he has won many of those competitions. So at one point, he was, one of the best diesel mechanics in Ohio, which so proud of him. He is so good at what he does, and he loves it. So anyways, we have more traditional roles as like husband and wife, or just as a family, like when it comes to raising our children and all of like the house chores and all of that. It's more on the like traditional side, not like what you see today. I think that, my husband worked 10-hour days. I don't think he should have to come home and cook. Now, will he if I need him to? Absolutely. And I don't think he should have to clean. So he really doesn't for the most part. We don't have really divided house chores. I take care of the children, I take care of the house, I do the cleaning and the cooking, and he does the working. But that doesn't mean he doesn't help me raise our kids. He does a fabulous job. He does all the outside work, mows the grass, fixes everything, plays with our kids all day. When they were younger, he used to help me a lot more than what he does now because it was more hands-on. Now our kids can bathe themselves, they can get their own snacks and, whatnot. But with that being said, since I did go back to work part-time, he does help out a lot more, and mainly with the laundry. I cannot keep up with the laundry, but he can wash some laundry, but he won't fold it, and that's perfectly okay. I don't expect him to come home and then have to do a bunch of chores. So with that, I take the homemaking as part of my job, and I want him to be able to come home to a clean house. Like, he deserves it. He has been away from home all day, and I've been home. And, I think it's important to value your spouse and to give them that comfort of, coming home, that everything's taken care of at the house with the kids. If the kids are sick, I go get them. He doesn't have to take off work, which is, putting a financial burden on us, essentially. So I hope this isn't like running in a circle. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I just talked in a circle. But anyways, that's a little bit about like our home life per se. So yeah, I mean, how do you feel when you come home and your house is completely cleaned? Like, before you leave the house, it is just like, I love that. So I want to be able to provide that for him, since he provides for me and our kids financially or in a different way. And we also do like the 80-20 rule, or like 99-1% rule. If somebody's slacking, we're going to pick up the other person's slack, and vice versa. But anyways, now that I rambled on forever about that, my video is almost over. And this is just the after. So yeah, this is just an after of everything. I really like how everything turned out. If you have any questions about where anything is from, just leave me a comment. I hope you enjoyed this little decorate with me. But also, I want to note that however you run your household and whatever works best for you, it's not my place to judge you or say it should be a certain way, as everyone is taken care of and everyone is happy. But again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, comment, like, share, all the things.